On today's show, we're going to help you get everything in your home organized. We will introduce you to a creative way to declutter your house with style and do it all very economically. Looking for new and exciting holiday decorations this year? Recently, we came across the Lakeside Collection, a catalog company that provides easy and convenient ways to decorate your home for all seasons. This is the show all about you, your space, and your home. We are Designing Spaces.
If you're looking for a way to upgrade the look of any room in your house, then we've got a perfect DIY project for you. Check out these helpful tips and suggestions to enhance your rooms with molding and have your install come off without a hitch.
The way I met Amy was in my art appreciation class that I took in my senior year of college.
He started making me laugh, and that caught my attention, and he's always been able to make me laugh a lot.
After Todd earns a job as a mechanical engineer, he and Amy took advantage of a great offer and bought this home in South Florida.
When we first saw the house, I knew right away it was my dream house, exactly what I envisioned when we got married.
The house could use some upgrades, and one of the areas Todd and Amy are looking for is the dining room.
Put some crown molding and some chair rails in and really bring out the elegance of the room for us.
I'm really into the DIY thing, so I'm like, why not? Let's do it.
We got together with the team at Woodgrain Millwork and brought in Renee Krill and Joe Wetstein to give helpful tips and suggestions to enhance the space with molding.
We will be installing Finished Elegance by Woodgrain, which is a new finished molding. It is more durable than your traditional molding.
Since Finished Elegance is already finished white, Amy and Todd will first need to have their white walls painted with an off-white paint to achieve a contrast between the molding and the wall.
Finished Elegance is great for DIYers, new DIYers, because it installs in 3 easy steps. So they just need to cut it, install it, nail it up, and then they just need to touch it up with the wax fill stick and the caulk, and it's done. So it doesn't require the sanding, priming, and painting, multiple steps of your traditional moldings.
Joe Wetstein is Finished Elegance Category Manager and is here to lend a helping hand to the inexperienced couple.
First thing we need to do is we need to measure everything out and understand what the measurements are and how much molding we need to do the room.
First, Joe, Todd, and Amy will work on cutting the molding for the judges panel. Once all pieces are cut, it's time to assemble the panels.
First things, we need to find a nice flat surface to assemble this on. So we can use the floor right here, and we'll just need 2 long ones and 2 short ones.
Next up is the chair rail.
390 chair rail here, we're gonna cut our 45-degree angle here, and then the next piece will go around to the window wall. And then we'll also cut a return on the molding that'll go carry the profile right around to the wall so that it'll have a finished end on it.
Now it's time to start cutting the crown molding for the dining room tray ceiling.
One thing you want to keep in mind is the spring angle is very important when you cut crown molding. So you can check with your retailer and determine the spring angle for the product you buy, and then make sure that you've got the saw set accordingly.
Now that all the pieces have been cut, it's time to install them on the wall.
We have pre-drawn our guideline here, and we're going to go ahead and lift it up in place and bring it to, so the bottom of the chair rail comes right to this line, okay?
The chair rail is attached to the wall with a nail gun, leaving the nails visible. Woodgrain's got a solution for that.
What we've got inside this touch-up kit is a wax crayon fill stick, and it's, again, color matched to the Finished Elegance white. We've got a plastic scraper and a buffing pad. So all you've got to do is color inside the nail hole and fill it in with the wax, scrape the excess off with the razor blade and then buff it clean with the buffing pad.
The chair rail is up. Next step is to install the previously assembled judges panels.
The first step, we've already drawn our lines to help guide us in making sure everything lines up all the way down the wall. So we can go ahead and nail this one in place.
The project is really shaping up. The chair rail and the judges panels are installed. Now all that's left to do is put up the crown molding.
We've got up there in the tray ceilings, we've pre-drawn the lines so that we've got a line to hold the bottom of the crown right to that. Todd, if you want to grab that piece right there on the floor, and yep, we'll just go ahead and take it right up.
The last step before completion is to apply caulking to the chair rail.
We want to use this, the Finished Elegance color matched caulk, and fill in all of the gaps from where the walls may not be completely straight, and any gaps also in the miters.
Once the molding is installed, the room will have a really nice look and feel to it. The white molding of Finished Elegance will pop against the off-white walls, and it will really look nice and add a nice feel to their dining room.
All right, so we're done. What did you guys think of the finished product?
Absolutely loved it.
The room looks fantastic. It completely changed the character. I mean, I can't wait to bring my friends and family here to host dinner parties. I think they're gonna love it.
Thank you so much for having us in here.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
enjoy
you,
your
Joe.
new dining room.
Thanks.
You can find out more about Finished Elegance, what the product is made of, the features and benefits of the product, how to install it at finishedelegance.com.
Wants more storage and counter space, right? There just never seems to be enough. Not enough cabinet space, closet space, pantry space, and don't even get me started on the garage. And when your house is cluttered, well, it feels less homey. Well, all that is about to change because today we begin a 4-part series that puts everything in its place. And to help us do that is Jane with Trinity International, an eco-friendly storage and organization company that has products that are going to make our lives a lot easier and less cluttered. Jane, thank you so much for being on Designing Spaces.
Thank you for having me.
So why do you think it's so important to be organized?
When your physical space is in order, whether it be inside or outside of the house, not only can your mind relax, but you also won't get as frustrated because you can locate everything you need when you need it.
Absolutely.
As our Trinity motto goes, everything in its place.
I like it. Okay, so where are we gonna start in this house?
Let's start in the kitchen. You know, the kitchen is one of the most difficult places to organize because you have so many small things that you need to locate if you even found space for it to begin with.
Right.
You've got stuff that you use every day, stuff that you need to store, and stuff that has expiration dates.
Oh, good point.
So with our products, you can create a system that keeps you organized, but also helps you to avoid wasting time, space, and money.
We like that. Okay, so what would be the first thing that you would put in this kitchen?
So I think the baker's rack would be perfect because a lot of these items could go on there instead of on the kitchen counter.
Okay, good.
And the kitchen cart would also be great because it's a mobile storage option and it has a bamboo cutting board on top.
Now let me ask you for like things like this, which is lots of clutter, not really a good use of the space. What would you do?
We have the perfect solution for that, and that is our Trinity baskets and drawers on slides. So you don't have to spend a lot of money on custom cabinet solutions and easily install them in your current cabinets.
I like it. Okay, I say let's get started and tackle this.
Sounds good.
All right. You know what I love? That these come all the way out. Look at that. Then you can put stuff all the way in the back. You're using that space.
Yes. And we have deep baskets and the 2-tier option, and also a single drawer if you need it.
Let's go get the kitchen cart. I
Great
want to
idea.
see how that looks in here. Oh, look at that. You know, I can't get over this kitchen. Look at it. Everything in its place. It's perfect.
Yes, and you free up so much more counter space by having all of these items on the rolling kitchen cart.
Absolutely. It's so convenient. All right, so what room should we tackle next?
I think we should go to the bedroom closet.
Yeah? Good idea. Let's go. All right, well, this looks like any closet USA.
Yes, this closet could definitely use some help. And the trouble with closets is that a lot of times they're small,
Right.
like this one is, and there isn't much shelving space, if any, to begin with.
Right.
So we have a brand new closet organizer which will help to create that shelving space for you. And a laundry cart would also help to keep all the dirty clothes organized.
Look at this.
Yes, and what's so great about it is that it is expandable, so it can actually adjust to meet your closet width.
That's great. So whatever size closet you have, you know you'll be able to fit it in. And I can't get over how organized. Look at all the shelves and everything.
Yes, and our shelves are adjustable as they are in all of our racks. You can create your own custom height for your shelves.
That's good.
Yeah, and all of our shelves come with the bamboo board so that the wires don't create creases in your clothing.
I like that. Plus the bamboo looks beautiful.
Yes.
This is nice. You know, we were talking about it being eco-friendly, so how is this eco-friendly?
It's part of our eco-storage line, and the eco-storage finish is a result of an eco-friendly production process. The chrome color is only in color. We don't use chromium to achieve the color, and that is very toxic to the environment.
Right, okay.
We use sustainable and renewable resources like bamboo. And you can learn all about our products and shop on our website at trinityiI.com or shop at your local retail store.
Easy enough. All right, so where to next?
Let's go to the kids' toy room.
Okay, so we have a little bit of a mess here. What do you think? Is it possible to put this playroom in order and organize it?
Well, contrary to what you may think, it definitely is possible to put everything in its place, as our motto goes.
Okay.
Ever stepped on one of these?
Yes, unfortunately, I don't want to.
Very painful. So you want your kids to put toys away.
Yes.
But they need to be able to still get to them when they want to play.
Right.
With our very easy to assemble shelving racks, we can create a place for them to store their toys.
All right, let's get started.
Sounds good.
All right, and last one.
Isn't it great how light that is?
Yeah, it really is.
These are so easy to assemble. All you have to do is put the slip sleeves on, like this. Make sure they are secure, and then just put that in place.
Look at that, perfect.
We've got these great collapsible crates. Let me show you how easy it is to set this up. Just pull up.
Oh my goodness.
And done.
All right, the last of the dolls, they all have a home now.
Yes.
That looks beautiful. And I love the height. This is perfect for the kids.
Yes, this slat rack is 35 inches in height, and the bronze shelving rack is 20 inches taller. So for the younger kids, everything is accessible here, and the older kids can still reach the stuff on this shelf.
Perfect. This is a great way to teach us how to spring clean all of our homes. And we're also going to do some summer organizing, right? Entertaining outdoors. And we're going to tackle the garage at some point, right?
Yes, we will.
She says with a deep breath. All right, I look forward to that. Well, for more information, or if you've missed anything that we discussed here today, visit our website at designingspaces.tv. You could also find us on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks for joining us.
Every year I drag out the same old tired decorations for the holidays. I really need something new. I want something kind of fun and whimsical that my husband and kids can enjoy. Oh, and this year I'm having house guests, so I'll be doing a lot of entertaining. I really need some help.
Designing Spaces answered Julie's call and pointed her to the Lakeside Collection, a catalog company offering decorative items for all seasons. But we took it a step further. We brought in Rebecca Ulrich from the Lakeside Collection to lend a decorator's eye and bring along a few surprises.
I love having a chance to work with a homeowner like Julie. I saw what she selected from our catalog and she picked out some really, really adorable things. So I brought along a few extra things that I thought would really round out her decor, as well as I'm looking forward to helping her create really warm and welcoming guest accommodations for her holiday visitors this season.
It's so great to have you here, Rebecca. As you can see, I already got started, but I'm really looking forward to hearing your ideas.
I can see you've got some great items, and I'm aware of some of the other things you've selected. I did take the liberty of picking out a few extra things that I thought could really fill out your holiday decor.
I have to tell you, your website is incredible. I had no idea you have so many things. In fact, I got all my Christmas shopping done.
I'm so glad. Well, you know, at the Lakeside Collection, we've been in business for over 15 years, and really it's kind of our objective to make sure that we have a little bit of everything. It's not just home decor. So we offer all different types of items, but at prices well below the marketplace. So we really want to make these things affordable and accessible to our customers.
Look at this comforter I got for my guest bed. Isn't it cute?
I know, I was excited when I saw you had selected that.
It was a great price. And these guys are one of my favorite new decorations. Look how cute.
Well, they look lovely on you. I think we might use those in the decor elsewhere, so.
That would be great. Definitely be checking back every season for new stuff.
Good. Well, good, we can get started then.
Okay, let's.
So in looking at some of Julie's selections, I see that she's trying to inject kind of a lighthearted, fun aspect into her holiday decorating. So I brought along a few other items that will kind of transition that and balance it with her existing decor. So this is one of those extras I mentioned that I brought. Having something a little bit larger scale adds a nice pop of color to your decor. It's very comfortable.
It's beautiful.
What is also great about this is it's not just about the holidays. You really could use it year-round, anytime, any room.
And it's so soft and luxurious.
See, for cuddling up near the fire.
Look at this great candle set I got for my Aunt Brooke.
I know, it's so cute. And you know what? We've got the gift bags and the tissue, which make it so easy to wrap your gifts, have them look fabulous, and you can reuse these bags again next year.
Wow, Rebecca, I really love what you've done with my guest bath. It's so fun and whimsical.
I'm glad you like it. I knew your guests were going to be here for a while, so I really wanted to inject that seasonal flair that I thought they'd appreciate. Oftentimes guests may forget some of their toiletries or things like that, and they're not going to be comfortable digging around in your cabinets or looking for stuff. So this is one of the gift baskets that we sell, and it offers all of their toiletries here. Of course, it is packaged for gift giving if you wanted to give it as a gift, but this keeps things really easy and accessible for them so they can feel comfortable just grabbing what they need.
That is a really thoughtful touch and so beautiful.
So something I noticed when I came through your home is you have all these beautiful pieces of art that your kids did hanging on the refrigerator.
Great.
Well, I thought you might enjoy these easy change art frames because they're great not just for the holidays. So here I'm putting in one of your daughter's little art pieces that she did at school.
It's so easy.
Yeah, you just tuck it right in there and
look at that.
Voila. I mean,
very clever.
Another item that I absolutely love. How cute and clever is this?
Oh, that is adorable.
You know what, it's so unique. You cannot find this just anywhere, and that's what I love about the Lakeside Collection. We offer so many of those unique, giftable type of items. And this is so nice. How handy is it that you just have your bottle of wine and your 2 wine glasses ready for you and a friend to enjoy a nice glass of wine?
It is so clever, and this is the perfect hostess gift, and I'm always looking for those this time of year. So I love that you even found festive holiday touches for my kitchen.
Yeah, it was fun. You know, we have the appliance handle covers, which are so unique and clever. And then the bowl set, I love that because it adds that splash of color and gives a big impact when you walk in the room. And then of course, we have your elf towels that you love so much.
I do. Well, this room looks amazing. I can't wait to see what you did upstairs with the guest room.
Well, let's go check it out.
This is adorable. My guests are gonna love it.
Well, and you know what? This was all you. These were the things you selected, and you made some great choices. They really work in this room. The only things we layered in, a couple of minor things. This tree, again, the statement piece to have a big impact, and it is LED lighted, so you can add a warm glow in the evenings when you plug it in and get it going. And then if they need a little midnight snack because they've got the nibbles, we've also placed in here some of our chocolate-covered pretzels, which are really great value and really delicious.
Well, there might be a few missing before they get here, so don't tell.
They are pretty good, so.
Thank you so much, Rebecca.
You are so very welcome. Don't forget to visit our website, lakeside.com, where you can find all kinds of tips and how-to articles and DIY and things like that that will really help you carry this through for the rest of the year. If you'd like to see all of our collection, as well as some of these specific items that we've used in Julie's home today, go ahead and visit lakeside.com and click on our Designing Spaces section where you'll find all of these great items and much, much more.
To see this portion of the show again, go to designingspaces.tv and click on the Lakeside Collection video. There you will also find a link to the Lakeside Collection website. Making a space you can call home. Living the lifestyle you desire. It's what we are all about. We are Designing Spaces.
For more information information about anything you've seen on today's show or to find out how to be part of the show, log on to designingspaces.tv. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/dspacestv. You can visit these websites to learn more about the participants on this edition of Designing Spaces.